in all honesty, like unfiltered honesty, in the beginning, and I booked this bootcamp earlier, is that I over a period of time I felt like I lost motivation. I lost my mojo in terms of physical exercise. I was still exercising. Keep in mind, I'm a person that, like, I try to go at least 4 to 5 times to the gym a week, but I was not seeing results, and even it just became a thing where it's just I'm just checking off that I went to the gym and not really having a solid plan to see change. It just became more like I'm just going to work out. Oh, I'm working out, so I can still eat and do everything that I'm doing, which is, some of it was completely unhealthy. And yet when I find myself, I'm not looking my best, and I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the hell happened to you? It brings you down. Well, of course it's gonna bring you down, because you're not doing anything to really change it. Like, it's not about checking off that, you went for a workout, or you're to count that you're doing exercise. It's really about, what is your plan? How are you gonna achieve your plan? And you should have a longer vision of how you're gonna progress to get to what you want to get to. And at some point in my life I was very good at that, but I became really bad at it at the same time. So I think I needed a reset, and this is why I wanted to do a bootcamp, is because of that reset factor. A lot. So the most important thing that I got out of bootcamp was to break an unhealthy routine, or an unhealthy cycle. So routine is very important, and I'm a person that I need routine in my life, otherwise I'm lost. I literally get lost. Things start meshing together, and like I start like getting off track. So I need routine, but my routine that I had was not healthy at all. Including drinking a lot, you're not eating healthy, you're sleeping late, even though you go to bed sometimes and you're like, yeah, tomorrow morning I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna put in exercise, and it just never happens. I feed that to my head every night, and not once, like eventually I've done it, but like I was never able to like do it 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row for it to become a habit. So this was something big. Yeah, this was one of the most important things. James and his team, very impressive actually. So multi-talented, I would say. So obviously James brings in the experience of the motivation, reading the person or the client or the person he's training, understanding how to tweak and change the exercising methods and the bootcamp exercises to fit the person that it's being addressed to, so he can get the most out of him. And that's not something that you find easily in your regular personal trainer or people in general. So it's not just the physical aspect, it's also about emotional intelligence, which I really think James is really, really good at, and you have to have had certain experiences in life to become good at that. This is not something that's like being about book smarter that you learn in school. No. The rest of the team, obviously, within the camp, you have a chef, a very talented chef in the accommodation, and the lunches and the breakfasts are top notch. In addition to Leon, who's like a conditioning and I guess weights trainer, so he was very good as well. Also Zoe, in terms of the onboarding and the logistical planning. So yeah, very, very good team, and they were very, very helpful throughout. So my favorite part going through it is very different than what my favorite part after I've gone through it. So now my favorite part, now that the boot camp is over and I'm sitting here 2 weeks later, is actually going through the journey and going through the process and going through the tough times where you're almost mentally breaking down. And so I think right now looking back at it, it's like the best thing about it is, oh my God, I've been here for 2 weeks and I did it. So this is I think what I will hold dear to heart. I think twice. No, I definitely think it's worth the experience. Again, there is a lot of boot camps out there, and it took a lot for me to choose which boot camp to go to, especially for me that I traveled from abroad. But if you are looking for a boot camp that will challenge you, that will establish a healthy routine that you need in your everyday life, if you're looking to get and learn and get more educated about diet, and this was a very big thing that we did here with having those lectures and understanding what your body needs, and especially customized to your lifestyle. I think this is a very good place to come to, and it's a wholesome experience. It provided it was rewarding in a very wholesome way. So I think anyone that wants to embark on a boot camp fitness journey, definitely Xtreme Bootcamps is I would say is the way to go.